But we do begin with Secretary Kennedy's testimony on Capitol Hill. CBS News congressional correspondent Taurean Small has more.
Mr. Secretary, what do you say to the Americans concerned about your vaccine policies?
Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. faced tough questions about his health policies even before his testimony on Capitol Hill.
This hearing will come to order.
With the hearing underway, Democrat Michael Bennet of Colorado voiced concerns about childhood vaccination recommendations set to be released in 2 weeks.
I'm asking the questions for Mr. Kennedy on behalf of parents and schools and teachers all over the United States of America who deserve so much better than your leadership. That's what this conversation is about, Mr. Chairman.
Senator, they deserve the truth, and that's what we're going to give them for the first time in the history of that agency.
Some Republican senators also expressed concern about Kennedy's leadership on vaccinations.
Those folks are going to see this thing and say, vaccines are bad. I'm not going to vaccinate my kids.
Several Democrats at the hearing told Kennedy he should either resign immediately or President Trump should fire him. But their Republican colleagues did not go that far.
I have confidence in everybody I voted for, and I voted for.
Others may have conveyed something with their silence.
I support vaccines.
Do you still have confidence in him, Senator? His ability to lead HHS?
After the hearing, Vice President J.D. Vance rallied behind Kennedy, saying Democrats are full of it.
And Taurean joins us now with more on all this. Taurean, given all these recent shakeups at the CDC we just talked about here, what did Secretary Kennedy say today about the future of this agency, which is a very critical one?
Yeah, Nancy. So the embattled U.S. Health Secretary went into this hearing pretty much defending the very interesting shakeups that we saw happen last week at the CDC, saying, first of all, he just didn't have trust in those officials, not just Menarez, but the three that resigned shortly after, and then said that this would be an effort to restore what he called the golden ages of protection from the CDC. He made this claim without any evidence that we are now the sickest country in the world. So this defense, this blanket defense of this very chaotic, what Democrats and Republicans are calling of a shakeup at the CDC, is how he looked to address Congress today.
Yeah, that was quite a big statement there. And Taurean, as we heard there during the hearing, Kennedy said everything around COVID was politicized. But we should point out this vaccine for COVID was developed during the first Trump administration. Given that, how does he explain criticizing this progress in this process while now working under President Trump?
Yeah, he had a tough time navigating the two. At one point, Republican Bill Cassidy, senator, asked him whether or not he believed President Trump should receive the Nobel Peace Prize for Operation Warp Speed, to which Kennedy then agreed, but then doubled down, saying that he believes that the whole COVID-19 vaccine process had been politicized in 2020. President Trump was the president. It was his administration who oversaw those efforts during that time. Several other Republicans have looked to distance the president from the controversy that Kennedy is dusting up by saying while they have confidence in the president, they refuse to say whether or not they still have confidence or support in Kennedy.
All right, Taurean Small, thanks so much for joining us.